You've probably heard it 1,000 times by now. Your thoughts create your reality. You've heard it in spiritual books, in self-help seminars, from gurus, from motivational speakers. Think positive, visualize, believe it, and it will manifest. But if that's really true, why do so many people still feel stuck? Why do so many people say affirmations every day, but nothing changes? Why do people visualize money, love, health, success, but still live in struggle? The answer is this. Thoughts alone don't create reality. It's not your words. It's not just your images. It's not even your mindset. It's your energy behind the thought. And unless your energy is aligned, unless your inner state is clear, calm, and connected, your thoughts are just noise in the wind. Today, I want to show you why your thoughts aren't manifesting, and more importantly, what you need to shift internally before anything can change externally. This is what Indian gurus, yogis, and mystics have taught for centuries. It's not about thinking harder, it's about becoming the right vessel. So let's go deeper. Let's start with the truth that most manifestation teachings skip over. Thoughts are powerful, but they're not enough. If you're thinking, I'm wealthy, while feeling fear, doubt, and desperation underneath, the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your state. It's like trying to broadcast a radio message through a broken transmitter. No matter what you say, the signal is distorted. You can write goals, chant affirmations, visualize success, but if the energy behind it is anxious, unworthy, or forced, it won't stick. Because the universe doesn't listen to what you say, it listens to what you are. And this is where most people get blocked. They think that manifesting is about thinking positively. But real manifesting is about becoming a clear, aligned channel through which the energy of your desires can flow effortlessly. Now, you might ask, what does that mean practically? It means this. Before you focus on what you want, you must first focus on how you are, your vibration, your alignment, your internal silence. Sadhguru says, what you create within yourself, you attract outside of yourself. So what are you creating inside? Are you thinking abundance while secretly believing in lack? Are you asking for love while feeling unworthy of receiving it? Are you visualizing peace while vibrating stress? If so, the outer reality won't shift because the inner signal is scrambled. Here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to force your thoughts. You just need to bring yourself into a state of inner clarity first. Then your thoughts carry weight. Then they become creation. Let me walk you through exactly how to do that. First, understand that your body, breath, and mind are deeply interconnected. If your breath is shallow, your thoughts will be scattered. If your body is tense, your mind will be anxious. If your energy is blocked, your intentions will not manifest fully. So, step 1 is always clear the energy. Before setting intentions or visualizing, sit in stillness. Even just for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Let your breath fall into rhythm. As you breathe, Bring your attention inward, not on what you want, but on who you are in this moment. Not on the story, not on the fear, not on the lack. Just you, pure, aware, breathing. This is the ground from which manifestation begins. In the yogic tradition, it's said that the more tamas or dullness you remove from your system, the more you become a vessel for divine flow. If your system is clean, clear, energized, your desires don't need to be forced. They arise and they come because they match you. You don't have to pull. You just have to resonate. So now, once your breath is calm, once your body is relaxed, then you begin to create with thought. But here's the key. Don't just think about what you want. Feel the version of you who already has it. If you want to attract love, feel the peace and openness of being loved already. If you want wealth, feel the generosity, the ease, the freedom of already living abundantly. If you want health, feel the vitality, the lightness, the trust in your body. The universe mirrors back what you are, not what you want. And this is where manifestation becomes simple, effortless, and even mystical. Because now you're not begging the universe to give you something. You're simply aligning with the version of you who already has it. You become magnetic, not because you force anything, but because you are in resonance with it. Now here's something even deeper. If your manifestations aren't arriving, it may be that your identity is blocking them. If you keep seeing yourself as the one who lacks, the one who waits, the one who hopes, then no matter how hard you think, you will vibrate, I don't have. And the universe will respond, okay, let's give you more of that. But if you shift your identity, even just subtly, into the version of you who already lives in alignment, your reality follows. So ask yourself right now, who am I being? Am I being the old version, who doubts, who waits, who pushes? Or am I stepping into the new version, who trusts, who flows, who already feels it done? That shift is not mental, it's energetic. You don't need to shout it, you don't need to prove it, you just need to be it, quietly, fully, repeatedly. This is what Indian gurus have known for centuries. It's not about trying to control the outside, it's about mastering the inside. And that begins with awareness. Are you aware of how you feel when you think a thought? If you say, I'm wealthy, but you feel tense, stop. Not because the thought is wrong, but because the energy isn't aligned. Return to stillness. Return to your breath. Reset your signal. Then begin again. Say less. Feel more. Think less. Align deeper. Manifestation is not an act, it's a side effect. It's a natural result of a system that's internally balanced. That's why Sadhguru often says, don't focus on what you want. Focus on your inner state. Everything else will follow. The moment you stop chasing and start aligning, you'll feel something shift. Synchronicities appear. Ideas emerge. People come into your life. The outer begins to echo the inner. And you look back and realize none of it was forced. All of it flowed. Here's something most people don't know. When your energy is truly aligned, you won't need to think about your desire all the time. In fact, the more you trust, the less you'll feel the need to obsess. You'll plant the seed, water it with emotion, and then let go. This is the art of conscious creation, and it all begins before the desire, before the thought. It begins with your presence. So if you've been stuck, if your manifestations aren't landing, pause. Not to fix, not to force, but to reconnect. Sit in silence. Breathe. Feel. Remember who you really are. You are not a beggar in the universe. You are a creator, co-creating with it. And your power begins not with thought, but with energy, with alignment, with awareness. So the next time you catch yourself trying to manifest, stop and ask, who am I being right now? Am I aligned, or am I just repeating words? If you feel off, breathe. If you feel scattered, return to stillness. If you feel tense, drop it all. Then from that silence, choose again. From that peace, imagine again. From that clarity, speak again. And this time, your thought will not just be a wish. It will be a signal, a beacon, a magnet. And reality will begin to shift. Not because you demanded it, but because you became the version of yourself who already lives it. This is how your thoughts truly create your reality. But only if you do this first. Namaste.